Hello, fellow freelance writers and virtual assistants, and those of you just starting your online business journey. In this free weekly training video, my goal is to give you one of my favorite tools for easily and affordably recording all the information that comes into you in your freelance writing business. Now, let's be clear, there's lots of options out there to capture information when a client gives you an assignment or when you need further information or just to remind yourself of various things to do. You can use complex systems like Trello, and I do use those for my bigger business as a whole. However, one of the things that I find to be really important is when you're starting your freelance journey and you have multiple different clients, you've got to have a way to record that information as it's happening so that you remember to do it. This will become even more important as your business grows and as you have more clients and responsibilities. What I'm going to share with you today is a tool that I've used for 5 years. It's extremely simple and it's very affordable. It's $3 a month or $24 a year if you pay annually. Someone introduced it to me all the way back in 2012 when I was first launching my business, and I found it to be a great place to record information, even if I ultimately move that information somewhere else after I am done putting it in here. And that tool, as you can see on the screen, is Todo, just spelled like that up top. You will get a free 30-day trial. I encourage you to take advantage of that to see if this tool is going to work for you. There's a lot of options out there, but when you're keeping track of all of your incoming things that you need to do, whether it's your personal life, you're also in school, you have things you have to do at work, you're trying to keep track of your kids' schedules, there's all these little things that pop up, like I need to remember to email so-and-so, I need to write that project, I need to draft that project, I need to edit that one, I need to bill so-and-so, I need to remind my team member to do XYZ. So as your business grows, you may evolve into something more complex, but this is a great thing. They have an app for the phone. I always have a to-do browser tab open on my screen to kind of keep track of what I'm doing. And when you first log in with your new account, it's going to show something like this. And really easy. In order to mark something as done, you just cross it off. You get that same satisfaction of crossing something off a to-do list. You can also create something that appears all the time. So let's say that you have to blog for one of your clients every single Monday. So blog for Jameson Smith every week. Now that every week is going to drop off after I type it, but this is going to show here it's a recurring task. It's going to pop up on my to-do list every week. So that's great for those tasks that you need to remind yourself about. If you're guest blogging for somebody else, that's a great place to keep track of that. You can make this as advanced as you want. So all your general to-dos are going to be up here. And then you can do things like ideas you have someday. You can even change the names of these. One of the ones I like to use is, finances. So these are sort of out of the main frame of your original to-do. And this list will be as long as you add in topics. So blog for client number 1. I always give my clients either a nickname or the first name of the person who's my point of contact on that project. So one of the ways that I like to organize my list, we can continue to add whatever you want on here. And as you can see, it will keep getting longer. And one of the cool things I like about this is if I don't do something today, it will roll over to the next day without me even doing it. So one of the things I like to do is at the end of one week to get all my to-dos on this for the following week, and then I will drag and drop them where they go. So, Friday's always my admin day, so I'm going to move this stuff here like billing clients, things like that. You can also cross the X to get rid of it if you want it, cleaned as you go. Let's say I'm going to move that to here. And then one of my other favorite things to do with this is just I will put these in all caps. If I have a lot of stuff to do for the day, I'm going to pull it and kind of make my own categories like this. So I need to actually write these. I need to edit these things. And then there's things I actually have to do, which is get in touch with people, read for 30 minutes. And I'm going to cross these off because they're not actual activities. So that helps me see how much of each individual thing. And then if I'm working in my Pomodoros of 25 or 50 minutes, I will do one aspect of these. So maybe I'll do all my writing tasks and then I'll just, cross off that subheader as well. One of the other cool things about it, you can change the color. If something else appeals to you, you like being able to log in and see the different colors within your mainframe here. You can pull it up as an app on your phone. You can also pull it up by simply typing it in on the web browser on your phone. I do that all the time. So how do I use this? If someone gets in touch with me and I have a new project, I'm immediately going to do two things. I'm going to add the general project to my to-do list, and I'm going to add a notation sometime later when I intend to be done with this project to bill that client or release, request funds to be released from escrow. So if I just got off the phone with a client, I will do something like, I'm going to have to outline those because I do my process one step at a time. You can see this is really rudimentary, but it can actually help you a lot. So I'm going to edit, or I'm going to outline there, I'm going to write, I'm going to edit, and then on Friday I'm going to bill. So rather than putting some massive project like, that's never going to happen, right? Write novel. Make it into things that you're actually going to accomplish, because one thing you don't want to do is have 25 things dropping down on your to-do list that simply stress you out and you never get them done. So I love to break my projects into smaller pieces right away so that every day I can see what I've got going on. At the end of every day, I can log in and see what I want to change. You can edit things and you can embolden certain words by adding 2 stars at the front or in the back. So if you want something to jump out at you, there's a lot of cool things here. I love the fact that you can link words here. So they're going to give you some tools when you first sign in, and that will help you adjust to using To-Do. Now, why do you need to have a system like this? Now, some people will say, oh, I use Asana, I use Trello, I use some other application like OmniFocus or the Things app. That's fine. Just use something that you're going to be consistent with. I love To-Do because it's so easy to have pulled up on my computer screen in a big format so I can see it all the time. And for me, there's no excuse not to add things in here, right? I don't have to be around my computer. I can do this from my phone. I can do it from my laptop because it's all tied to that same account. So as soon as I'm off the phone with somebody, I'm adding that To-Do immediately to my list because otherwise I will forget it. And as your business grows, this becomes even more important. Don't lose track of things because, for example, in the 5 years I've used this, maybe 1 or 2 times something that I needed to do never actually made it onto this website, and I completely forgot about it. When you're overwhelmed with emails, you have a lot of client projects, people are calling you and texting you, and you're trying to keep up with a busy schedule and your personal life, it's going to feel impossible if you don't have a way to capture this information immediately. So I cannot recommend strongly enough, use something. Pick something that you're going to be consistent with. I love To-Do because you've got a 30-day free trial. See if it works for you. It's $24 a year after that. I've been using it for 5 years. I still use it to capture all of my incoming freelance writing business requests. So all of my other business stuff, my dissertation, my fiction and nonfiction writing is on Trello for me to keep track of it. But here, this is where I will always find my basic to-dos, the things I need to do, like making phone calls, answering emails, asking somebody a question, paying bills, different things like that, things I need to mail to people. That's always going to go on To-Do, as well as my freelance writing client work. It helps me see a week-long picture, and then I can drag and drop things around. Or if I'm on the phone with a client and they're asking me, hey, when could I get this back? I'm looking at my schedule a week ahead already and saying, yeah, there's no way I can work on this until Thursday because, I'm booked with writing these 10 blogs on Wednesday. So I can't do it Wednesday. Not even going to be able to look at it until Thursday, probably more likely Friday, right? Once I've turned in this other material. So this is just one of the systems that I use. I'll be walking you through some different tips, tools, and software that I love to have on hand to assist with keeping track of things. But this one has been so consistent for me. I've been using it for 5 years. I love it. So easy to add in information as it's coming in, cross things off, and make sure that you don't actually forget anything.